Welcome, everybody, and here is another episode of Lessons with Kay. I am Kay Webster, and I am the author of 130 plus books. I am so proud to be here to help, explain things to you guys about the author world and just, business things in general, and, life. So, we're going to start off today. The lesson today with Kay is going to be called 6 Ways to Help You Become a More Confident Author. You guys ready to dig in and see what the 6 ways for you to become a confident author are? Great, let's do it. Okay, so number 1, you have got to be authentic. Be authentic. And what I mean by this is whatever makes you you, put that into your writing, put that into your business as an author, because it's going to be very, very important for you. For me, I've kind of got like this quirky, approachable, funny, silly nature about me, and people really respond to that. Number 2, do everything with purpose. And what I mean by this is you can't just go in there doing things willy-nilly. You really need to think about what your outcome will be, what your goals will be. So if you want to one day be a $1 million author, go in with the purpose of, I'm doing this because I'm building something big. Every little thing that you do as an author, as a writer, you're building your business, and it's a foundation. And all these little things are purposefully placed so that one day you have this awesome thing, and which is your career. So every little thing you do needs to have purpose. It doesn't need to necessarily, be a money-making thing or a social media thing or whatever. It just has to be another brick in the grand scheme of everything. So my favorite one is number 3, and that is don't hesitate too long. If you've got an idea, jump on it. 9 times out of 10, if you think too long, as my mom would always say, if you think long, you think wrong. And that really is true, because if you take too much time pondering and deciding and overthinking and overanalyzing, it's never going to get done. So many times I have had opportunities present themselves to me, and I take a quick minute and I jump. And those jumps sometimes, leave me falling flat on my face. However, a lot of the times when I jump, it's incredible. It opens a door, opens another door. I learn something new. I meet new people. It really is a fantastic way for you to get yourself out there. And that's all part of being confident. You have to take those chances and you have to take those risks, knowing that the worst that could happen is that you fail. And when we say fail, that could just mean anything to anyone. For me, when I fail, it just means that I didn't get the outcome that I expected. But it doesn't mean that I'm going to be held back by that or held down by that. And that actually brings us into our next spot. Number 4 is pivot and run. So say you get yourself into this example of the previous one where you jumped and it wasn't exactly what you had hoped for, or it's taking you down the wrong avenue. That's okay. You just stop, pivot, and go the other direction. And that's okay, because the beauty of you being self-employed, having your own business, being your own writer, is you are in control of all of the things. So don't be afraid to say to yourself, you know what, Christy, that didn't work out too well. So let's try something new. And pivoting and running might be that you stop for a second, research, and then go a totally different direction. However, you might actually need to run toward what you're doing. So say, for instance, you find something that's kind of working. For me, I started an online bookstore with my books, and it was something that I did it on a whim. I was, it all sparked because of a book that got banned on Amazon. And I was like, I need to get these books to these people, the few that I thought would want it. Anyway, it turned into like this huge phenomenon for me. And instead of just letting it be or whatever, I just ran towards it. I made it my thing. I wanted to be the best that I could at it and really just showcase that store. And it's a huge part of my author earnings. and how people know me. So, in that case, I ran toward it. It was unfamiliar territory. I wasn't sure what to do. I sell ebooks and paperbacks and, all other kinds of things. And so it was very just, I felt like a pioneer and I didn't really know what to do. But I knew I needed to keep running and I had to keep up because the demand was there and I could just, see it growing and growing and growing and growing. So you have to be aware of these opportunities and be available to them so that you can, in those cases, run if you need to. Number 5 brings us to a different way for you to be confident and learning, research. For me, I feel like research is so important to becoming confident because I feel like whatever I don't know, I can figure it out. I can learn it. I can read up on it. I can ask people questions. I can study it. I can observe. I can just, there's so much involved that, I could learn about whatever topic that I'm trying to get better at. So, you know, if you don't know and there's really not much you can learn about it, you just got to wing it. And there's been so many situations where I just get out there and I wing it. And people are like, wow, Christy, you did like this amazing job. And I'm like, and that goes back to another one of my mom's favorite things to say when we were younger, and that was fake it till you make it. And that really holds true. If you are confident in what you are putting out there and your abilities, everybody else is going to feel that confidence and they're going to be right there with you. So you definitely have to, you know, just get in there and try to learn what you don't know. But if you don't know everything, because I obviously don't know everything, like for instance, making YouTube videos, you just learn what you can and then just put yourself out there and hope for the best. So that is number 5. Our final tip for becoming a confident author is to not be afraid to try new things. There are so many things out there that you can try and test out. I am notorious, I guess is the right word for it. But I don't know. Anytime there's something new, I want to get out there and I want to like dabble in it. I just want to see what it's about. It may not be something that I'm really good at or I even like, but I like to know about it and learn about it. So, for instance, something that I, got out there and tried that I was nervous about, but not like afraid, was a Patreon. And I thought, Patreon is for, like these people that are like celebrities or, artists, like who's gonna want to be in my Patreon? But the more I researched, I thought, well, I'll give it a try. It seems fun. And I went out there and did it. And, I've got amazing success from this. And maybe I'll do a video on this one day. But, with my Patreon, I researched it. I put myself out there. It was kind of slow going at first, but then I maxed out my tiers of people that were the members. And now people are talking about how much they love it and, the value that they get, not just in the gifts that I send them, but also like the information and the sneak peeks and just whatever. And I was like so surprised that it was actually someone did a little case study about my Patreon and even talked about it at a writers convention. So, that was all because I thought it sounded cool and I wanted to jump in and try it. And it was successful for me. So, I mean, these things are everywhere for you. And you really just need to take those opportunities when you get it. I hope you enjoyed today's video. It is something that I feel passionate about, which is, owning yourself and being confident and, trying all the things. I feel like that this is something that you should be doing. And I feel like it benefits you. It works out into your favor 9 times out of 10. And if it doesn't, you're just learning and experiencing new things. And there's been a lot of times when I've tried something that didn't work out, but it taught me how to do something else. So everything that you're doing is just getting you closer to your end goal. And I really do hope that this helped you think about some things that maybe you were on the fence about, and hope that you can become a more confident author. I would love for you guys to watch more videos. I'm going to be trying to get more content up as quickly as I can. You can find my short, unprofessional, silly, quirky videos on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, all the places. But don't forget to subscribe. I'm going to try to put out a lot of content, and it would be awesome if I had lots of people to watch. So if you have a topic that you would like to learn more about, just pop it down into the comment section and I will give it a read and see if it's something I can make a video about. So anyway, I appreciate your attention and your time. This is Lessons with Kay. See you next time.